During a recent visit to the new Pamban Bridge, it was observed that some new advanced composite materials were used for various applications over the bridge. This was because of the reason that Pamban Bridge is situated in a very corrosive coastal environment, and corrosion of steel is a major problem there. Therefore, using non-corrosive materials like these composite materials make a very rational use case. These were very lightweight material sections. These were used in side pathway, including railings, floors, and fixing arrangements. Also, cable trays were made out of these materials, which were being used for passing signaling and electrical cables. Also, tie angles used to tie H-beam sleepers were also made of these materials. The composite material plates, in lieu of steel checkered plates, were used on gangway and trolley refugees. On further inquiry, it was found that these materials were basically glass fiber and carbon fiber pultruded products. Pultruded products are materials made through the pultrusion process, a manufacturing method used to create continuous lengths of fiber-reinforced polymer, FRP, composites with a constant cross-sectional profile. These were supplied by a company called Ercon, based in Jodhpur, India. Today we have with us Mr. Mukesh Maheshwari from Ercon, who will explain all the technical aspects related with such products and their potential applications. Let's listen to him.
Steel has a lot of issues. One is biggest is corrosion. Then there are conductive structures. Regular maintenance is required, and heavy structures due to over design. Generally, steel you are buying on kg basis. So if you just give a turnkey contract, the labor or the contractor has a tendency to use heavy duty. So if we rightly design, then FRP structures becomes economical also many times.
One more advantage you can add that it increases the actually dead load of on the structure. Whenever we
Yes,
put
lightweight is a major. Lightweight is really a good advantage. You are right. Very right. So a well-proven product is now here, which is the FRP over metal. You can see how aluminum corrodes and how metal corrodes, that you are very well aware. Now we have made a fiberglass bridge, a component of portion of which is visible here. So including the beam, the gusset plates, the anchoring base plates, everything we have used FRP. This was supplied a 24-meter long bridge, walkway bridge, to Bombay municipality at Worli Seaface. Then there are various properties of fiberglass. So various standards we are meeting is British standards, the NEMA standards for electrical, handrails, again IS and British standards, then flame spread, ASTM standards, British standards, anti-static properties, ASTM standards. UV resistant is very key because all plastic material or fiberglass material has some degradation under UV. So what we do is we have three level of protection on the FRP products. And we claim that minimum life for 30 years, and with regular maintenance, you can get a 100-year life also. So what we do is we incorporate while production itself very good UV compositions, UV additives. Thereafter, there is a special surfacing veils that we use so that there is no fiber coming out in our products. And finally, we give a special PU coatings on the structure so that you get a very long life. The special coating is UV resistant and it does not fade easily. It gives you a longer fading and good aesthetics also, as well as it prevents the below layers of FRP. So you get in all a very good outdoor life in all our products. Then corrosion resistance is a major thing. As such, fiberglass, nothing happens, but still people ask for the test. So we have done a 500-hour test of salt spray and nothing happened. 100% it was resistant. But even 5,000 hours it will prove because even the corrosion resistant chamber of a salt spray is generally having FRP components. Now, a biggest challenge that comes is how FRP is environment friendly. Nowadays, people ask that all plastic materials are degrading the environment, they are not good for environment. This is a misnomer. We have to segregate two kind of materials under polymers. One is durable and one is non-durable, disposable. So the environment degradation is taking place because of the disposable items like cups and plates and glasses and bottles that we keep on throwing. That is a challenge. But where you have a uh, durable products, you get a better environment friendly, eco friendly system, because then you don't need any recycling. You get a 30, 40 years zero maintenance. So your VOC emissions are reduced because of painting is reduced. Your other replacement cost is reduced. So all these things will help in overall FRP being environment friendly because it is a really durable product. We have conducted a study with the consultant as regards to metal versus steel versus FRP in a carbon emission. So if you see these cable trays, there is a 72% reduction in carbon emission compared to steel. So if steel is 100, it will be just 27. Same way, energy reduction is 50%. It is from the mining till the end product manufacturing. This comparison is there. That means up to cable tray formation from the raw material, and not only from our raw material, but from the mining stage. So glass is produced from the quartz sand till this, and iron steel is produced from the iron ore till steel profiles or steel cable trays. This study has been done accordingly. So based on that, the grating we are saving these products, and this is on the performance basis. For example, the same strength of grating if you use in FRP and if you use in metal, then what is this? So accordingly, because steel properties are slightly more in rigidity, so we have to use slightly higher sections to control the deflections. Accordingly, we have done this study. Now, over and above this, if we take end of life of cable trays or gratings or handrails or our FRP material, then we save many more times the carbon emission. As per what you can read on the below line, we did a small this thing. If painting is done on handrail like regularly, all handrails in the outdoor structures are regularly painted every year or every 2 years or every 3 years. Then on a 30-year period, it still requires regular painting. The saving in CO2 emission is 66 times and energy saving is 14.5 times. So with a life cycle saving, you are in a much better position if you are using fiberglass material compared to steel. Now I'm going to show you the photographs of our examples of what kind of structures we have made. This is the first railway project that we did. This was in 2010. We Vallarpadam railway bridge over the sea. This was a 4 kilometer long bridge. In this, there were 117 piers. FCONs prepared the bridge, but somehow the bearing inspection platforms were not made. So FCON's president, DGM called me. He asked me if we can make these platforms in FRP because shuttering and using steel will corrode, and shuttering was not practically possible at the final stage in the sea. So we took the challenge. We made a presentation, joint presentation with at the DGM uh, Railways in Kerala, Cochin. They accepted. Then we went to GM, Southern Railway. He accepted. Finally, tender took place and we supplied the material. So this was all installed 117 piers, the circular complete structure with the I-beam sections here, stainless steel brackets, then gratings, handrails, and the ladder. So the complete system over 117 piers were just supplied in 4 months. After that, Southern Railway CB, Chief Bridge Engineer, called me. He said, three gentlemen have got have died because of uh, no refuse platform on railway bridge at Ernakulam. That as emergency, I proposed this walkway. He accepted the design, but by the time the tender took place and this gratings and walkway was installed, two more gangmen had died. So it is saving a life also if you use these platforms on all your bridges. So this was on a PSC bridge. It was installed. And after seeing Vallarpadam and this bridge in Ernakulam, CM Executive Director, now currently CMD RVNL, Mr. Pradeep Gaur, he called me from Chennai that he has seen this, visited this site. He is impressed with the product. So he wants to use in Palmer Bridge. So can you come down to Chennai? I went there, made a presentation to him, and he liked the product. He gave me a challenge that first he will give us an order for Nellore ROB. He will inspect it personally, the material. If he is satisfied, then only he'll include this material in the uh, Pamban Bridge. We took the challenge on 18 pier caps. These platforms on the right side were installed. Here again, the cantilever brackets are there, all FRP. Then this is the ladder, the top cantilever platform, and then railing. So this is a platform on ROB. Now you can see the Palman Bridge. In Palman Bridge, we have done many different products. This was a big opportunity for us. And you can see the tie angles were a new element introduced here. The sleeper tie angles, they are 100 by 100 by 12. Then this is a walkway platform, complete with the gratings, handrail, and a small handrail here. This is a cable trace you can see here. And this is a checkered plate for the Keyman's pathway on between the track. So this plate is again 800 width by 10 mm thick and with anti-skid grit, so that even there is no slippage of person walking during high tides. The detailed views are again here. So this is the cable trays you can see more clearly here. One second. Put the chart. Then trolley refuse platform is here on the left bottom photo. This trolley refuse platform had a challenge of heavy trolley to move on. So we made it extra heavy duty. The strength designed was increased from the normal gratings. And then on the right is the ladder. So to step down onto the pier cap, the complete ladders were given. Cable trays and cable tray supports in the control room and from the control room to the tower are all complete FRP, all GRP material. GRP FRP is one the same thing in India. On the lift span, we gave complete tricolor handrail of a different design as the RVNL wanted to have a distinction that our Indian flag should be visible. So this complete tricolor handrail was put on this thing, all painted at our factory and on both the sides of the span. Then on the tower, there were very high wind resistant doors were put as entrance doors. They're specially designed. And the challenge was in matching the curvature in the steel that was given to us. We asked them to provide us the exact drawing in millimeter so that no rework is required. Our work always, fabrication work is millimeters, so very accurate. Then there were DG set chimneys to which they wanted to provide a support so that they don't vibrate too much in the high winds. So this all FRP square pipes were used here to provide the support structure for the chimneys. Then 30-meter tall towers. There were 30-meter tall staircases inside the tower. And these are all designed by Aircon for climbing up as an escape route. And in both the chimneys. So there are two staircases of 30 meter. To approach, for the approach platform was made. You can see here, even the column, beam, everything, complete structure is fiberglass. So we have not used any other metal except the nut bolts, stainless steel 316L. And the complete grating, handrail, structure, support channels, support columns, everything is fiberglass. Well designed, and to approach this, they are, I think, 2.5 to 3 meter tall and self-standing. Here you see the complete span. Here the one year each pier cap, there was a handrail provided. The triangle and this anti-skid ratings is also visible here. And the bolting is done with heavy bolts on the sleepers for the triangle. We have also got opportunity to serve the Kolkata Metro, where we have provided them many items. This is a small cable trench covers. The green color you can see. Actually, they had installed the metal trench cover. Otherwise, they said they would have used complete thing in FRP. We approached them slightly late. Then these drain covers are all fiberglass gratings. So stormwater drain. This cover at Joka depot in Kolkata Metro. At the same place, this fencing was provided by us. So these are fence post is a fiberglass, and the chain link is a PVC coated metal galvanized chain link. We have supplied 3-4 projects in Calcutta Metro with bearing inspection platforms, and the big challenge in this bearing inspection platform compared to the Vallarpadam wall. Here the design was entirely different. The cantilever is 4 meter, you can see here. So that was a big challenge. In Vallarpadam it was 1.2 or 1.5 meter only, but here it was 4 meter. So whether the railway was also skeptical whether it can take that load or not. So our engineers designed it well. It is performing well now, and we have supplied almost 40-50 such bearing inspection platforms in Calcutta Metro. Now the Calcutta Metro wants it to be for 300 more pier caps. They are planning to take out a tender.
How is it attached? The main member, how is it attached with the
So we have
pier cap?
used steel brackets. You can see here, there's a box pipe of FRP. There's stainless steel clamps, and these clamps are anchor fastened to the concrete. So bolted to the FRP and anchor fastened to the concrete. Same way, this triangle is used at the cantilever point. So the triangle is also anchored to the concrete.
Okay.
And there is a cage ladder, which is again having brackets which are anchored to the concrete at the top and bolted to the FRP structure at the bottom. So this is a this was really a very challenging, and we could succeed it in. And now railways, Metro Railway is very happy. They are planning to put it on every complete track. In Cochin, Ernakulam, Keyman's pathway that we made, there railway asked us, Southern Railway people, that we have to prove it with the load testing. First, we did the load testing at our works before supply, and we had provided a third-party test certificate. But railway said, we want to test the actual material actually installed, whether the contractor has installed properly or not, and whether the material was the same quality what we have proven in the factory. So I went personally there. Cochin University structural head was invited as a third party inspector, and railway people were there, Southern Railway. And this is how we did the test. The continuity of the bracket was open. Only 2 brackets independent were kept there because continuous beam will take more load. And it was a more stringent test. And then they put 950 kg. The original design was 650 kg, but we take safety factor. So the railway said we'll keep on increasing to 900 kg. Let us see what happens, how it fails and all. but the metal did not fail. Then they stopped the load test. They said we are satisfied, and we got the test certificate by Cochin University under witness by Railways, Southern Railway. Then at the Bogeybill, we have supplied them the light poles. It was 120 light poles through a contractor we supplied at Bogeybill Bridge. The approval was done by Railways only, Eastern Railway. And I would like to introduce here an innovative product here. We are supplying to airports lot of tiltable poles. Though at Bogeybill it was a fixed base pole, but I like to introduce to you here a tiltable pole. Using that, your maintenance team will be at much ease. See, one person can tilt the pole and do the maintenance by replacement of bulb, or if you have a solar plate that can be cleaned. So it's very lightweight pole. There's a tilting portion at the base. And if you want, we can design a tilting post in the center for a much taller pole. So up to 6 or 7 meter poles, we provide them tilting at the base. And for 9 to 11, 12 meters, we provide a tilting at the center. So all designs are available. So this will take lesser space and tilt. But tilting at base is economical compared to the tilting at center. But we have both the designs. So this is an innovative thing, and it is really appreciable. And Reliance Jamnagar took tiltable poles from us, and there was a big storm there. Every year there are storms. So many poles had broken down. So we suggested them to take the tiltable poles, and generally now IMD's warnings are accurate. So with the advance warning, they could lower down the pole and clamp it with the floor, so that when the high winds come, the poles are already down and there is no damage. So this was also managed by Reliance, and they were very happy to have this. Tata uh, Salts at Mithapur has also implemented these in their uh, residential colony, our poles, tiltable poles. But at Riyadh Metro, we have supplied 40 kilometers of cable duct, and they have given us a wonderful performance certificate also. This was done again 2017, I think. It was a big challenge. The Alstom team from France visited Germany company, Malaysian company, and ourselves, and finally said, your quality, your systems are much better than the Malaysian, and you are at par with the German, but have a bigger capacity. So most likely we'll go with you. And finally we got the order. The order was to be supplied in 1.5 years, but we completed in flat 10 months. So that was a big, they were quite happy. And this year again, almost $1.1 million order is expected. The inquiry has come as a repeat order. So we are expecting the same order now to repeat. We have fencing, barbed wire fencing post. You can see on the left. This is installed at Ganga River in a colony, in a residential place in Calcutta on Ganga River post. So barbed wires are put like that, but the post is completely fiberglass, so 100% non-corrosive. This is in Goa. We are doing a lot of fencings and architectural fencings and designing. So you can see a fencing performance in Goa, Kolkata, Siliguri, all these places our installations are happening. And another advantage is here, FRP is a very good insulating material. So if you run a electrical wire also, you don't need a separate insulator. So you can run a electrical fence also with these posts. Battery racks is another thing, and cable route markers. We are regularly supplying to Oil India in Assam the cable route, underground cable route markers, which I think railways is also using. So, but we have never supplied to railways. So this is another good product for railways.
At every station for signaling purposes, we have a
Yeah.
battery room. We have a battery room. So
Okay.
where a lot of batteries are stacked in the same manner. At every station we have this.
Okay. So this can also be used there because this is 100% corrosion resistant. And our design, we have not used any nut bolts also. So all is riveted with fiberglass only. So it is 100% chemical resistant. So it's much better performing than a bolted construction. So we have designed the construction like that. So we can give you a bolted construction also. We can give you different varieties. And this on the right side, it is a underground cable route marker. So this goes in hundreds of pieces along the underground cabling, so that if someone does not. We are supplied in Saudi Arabia also, and in Assam we are regularly supplying. Then railway bridges are being retrofitted with carbon strips nowadays. So some contractors buy from us and put, but our name is not in the approved vendor of RDS, so they have not put it in that lane. But it is a personally made by some applicators, but not in a volume business. So this can be a potential product for you. So all old civil structures can be retrofitted with a high strength carbon plates, which also we manufacture and supply to large companies like Fosrock. They are regularly buying from us in bulk quantity. But these are items which can be thought of as a approved make so that you get a quality product. So these are anchors. By anchoring by again carbon fiber anchors, we produce this also. We produce the carbon plates and they are pasted on the bridge beams for strengthening. And it's a replacement of rebar rather than the concrete. So concrete must be of the same strength, but then if the rebar has corroded and thinned down over the period, or you want an additional strength because of your traffic load has increased, then also you can use this strengthening. We make cable trays, which is our bread and butter and very large volumes. So this is on the CPCL Chennai jetty you are seeing here. The support bracket is also fiberglass. Here it is a bus bar support tray. It is vertically hanging outside the same jetty, and they have used this bus bar also mounted on the cable tray. So there are just two applications I'm showing. So we make all the cable trays and support brackets also fiberglass. In your offices and all, you can have a brackets of fiberglass, and this is a walkway platform with a fiberglass bracket for AC units. In Mumbai, we are supplied to Mumbai municipality, we are supplied to Breach Candy Hospital and many other projects where these AC trellis ledges have been used. We make towers of fiberglass and supplying to all the airports. More than 80 or 100 airports in India are using it, and we are exporting to worldwide. This is the Nepal airport photograph. There in 10 airports we have supplied them. We have supplied to Spain, we have supplied to Thailand, we have supplied to Maldives, and many Dubai, Singapore, many towers, different designs. So basically, railways can use this for telecom towers, for microwave antenna, for small cell antennas. 4G, 5G nowadays are coming. So we supply these towers, and they will be corrosion resistant in your hilly terrains or in coastal areas. They can be for signaling poles and these things also. Fiberglass metal can be used of different designs depending on the height. For maintenance, these kind of ladders you can use, trolley ladders you can use. In Western Railway, we have supplied some ladders to Western Railway uh, as a small application, and some hanger for painting on the platforms, shades. So they were supplied, but I don't know how they're performing now. No feedback from them. We make fiberglass scaffolds for electrical maintenance. This is an advantage that on your electrical lines, if there's any maintenance, then you are fully safe due to its insulating properties. We are generally supplying to Power Grid Corporation, NTPC, and L&T ABB. These people are using for electrical works. This is my factory gate and home gate. This is my home. This gate is very lightweight. It never sags. And this is a sliding gate. A 40 feet gate can slide by just a finger because it's weighing only 400 kg. Whereas if we had made it in steel, it would have been 4 tons. So this is a weight saving, and we have saved the energy also because you have not used any motor, and it is sliding by hand. Otherwise, generally people use heavy motors to slide such heavy gates. This is a complete bridge, 24-meter long, with 8-meter spans, and in the splash zone of Worli Sea Face, so of municipality for wall operating walkway platform. And this is now almost 6-7 years. So it is performing very well, and the municipality has given repeat orders uh, regularly for this kind of applications, because their water is having highly corrosion. It, it is municipal water has H2S, and our material passes the H2S sulfur dioxide or light dilute 10%, 20% sulfuric acid. That is resistant to all this. There is a complete staircase, including the column, structures, everything is supplied to NTPC, 17-meter and 13-meter staircases. And this is a 8-meter staircase supplied to municipality for gangway, gantry approach. These are the fencing you can see in Bombay Racecourse, and this is the fencing in the houses. We make door and door frames. So this is my house. The door itself is completely fiberglass. So in your colonies, railway colonies, you can use fiberglass doors for all bathroom at least. So there's no corrosion and you get a very peaceful, and they are very strong also. This is the trench covers we are giving to PGCL and HPCL and large industries for underground cabling. And this is inside the control room. You can have the complete covers. So we have supplied you all the cable trays and supports inside the control room in Palm Bridge also. This is the EV charging station, a 70 feet by 23 feet shed we made in Goa. Complete column and structure, all is fiberglass. These are all architectural products. You can see pergola, gazebos. We are doing it in our sister company called Chirag Enterprises. We are making and supplying them to builders, large builders and resorts and 5-star hotels. These kind of garden benches, McDonald's and all are using. This is a recliner bed in the resort. So railway platforms can use fiberglass benches. The added advantage is metal can be sold off, so theft, they're not prone, and very lightweight and can be anchored with the flooring so that people does not take it away. But it will be another advantage is over the metal. It does not get heated up. So like wood, it will behave. So when people are sitting on the benches in outdoors or indoors, they don't get heated up and don't get cold. So people sitting on the fiberglass feel as comfortable as in wood. At the same time, you are saving the nature, and wood requires maintenance. This does not require maintenance. So here in this photograph, you can see there was a old stone house. This can be seen here. And this is my father's house. And we converted this, expanded by 6 feet, the complete 2 floors. And the full columns, beams, everything is fiberglass here inside this room. The extension portion was all made. And this balcony, also cantilever beams are fiberglass. This pergola is all fiberglass. This railing is fiberglass. They have done a wonderful job. You are not in the lockdown period. We gave the work to our labor, factory labor, and created this. So this complete shade structure you are seeing on the right is also fiberglass. So aesthetics also is there. So a wonderful material with excellent properties, and you can trust us for the quality.